cyborgs and stuff. Am I a cyborg? Because I wear wearable technology all the time.
Well,
So,
that's another aspect of it too, because like there's people who are believing in this stuff, and they believe that you're being modified as we speak by the
mm,
simple
I
fact
always,
that by the simple
I am
fact that
always
you
careful about my
are
own
using
technology. So,
like by the simple fact that you are using that, and like those earbuds in your ears,
mm,
it'd be a lot easier if that was just implanted in your head to where you didn't have to do anything but just kind of like maybe tap your freaking side of your head
funny
and
enough, I back on I was looking at different earbud technologies, and I found these little devices that you actually stick inside your ear canal. And you've got to remove them using a magnet and stuff. So yeah,
yeah. See, and that's kind of one of the things that there's actually people who believe in this stuff that believes that that's what's being done. You're being trained to actually become a cyborg.
In a way,
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta
maybe.
be, you gotta know when to, you gotta kind of know when to switch off with technology. Sometimes it can get away from you.
100%.
Yeah. So you two have.
Well, it's a toll. It's a toll. Either you take control of your tools, or the tools will take control of you.
Now hold on, man. We were
Yeah,
just having a freaking stream where I point blank asked you if you believe that technology is going to eventually take over the world and destroy human civilization.
Again, like I say, it's possible. Anything is possible. But again, is it probable?
Yeah. Well, it is probable too. I mean, being honest, you're actually tapping into something there if you stop and think about it. Like the ignorance that we have when it comes to technology. Like we have all this stuff that's just being handed to us. Okay. Let me
Mm.
kind of throw an example at you. Now, everybody has a bicycle, and people our ages know how to freaking fix a chain if it breaks, right?
Mm.
Or tighten up the spokes on a freaking bicycle. Now, you take a look at that, and then you look at freaking the kids today that are 10, 12 years old who freaking get these bikes handed to them. They don't know how to change their own chain. They don't know how to freaking change an inner tube, tighten up the spokes, put oil in the freaking bearings. They don't know any of that. They just buy the bicycle and throw it away because even though they know how to ride the bicycle, they don't understand how to freaking fix the bicycle. You know what I mean?
But this goes back to the sort of right to repair argument, doesn't it? People are just handed equipment, and when the equipment doesn't work anymore, they just throw it away these days, rather than actually finding how to repair.
Right.
It's more of a cultural thing rather
yeah,
than the
yeah. That's true.
technology.
Well, but they don't want you to do it in some situations too. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
mm.
If you stop and think about it
Think of
like that.
the Apple devices, Apple
Yeah.
phones. Yeah.
So, I
Like
mean,
things like Microsoft will do like updates on their computers, and then when they do these updates, it seems like something's always fucked up, and then eventually gets to the
Mm,
point where your computer's destroyed, and they force you to go out and buy another one. At least that's how it seems with Microsoft
well, it
based
seems, yeah.
operating systems.
I might
I,
have
I, I
to.
Mm,
I thought that was just me at first because I had a laptop that kept updating, and every time it update, it fucked something up. I was like, I thought this was supposed to be an update. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
So I got
mm,
online and started poking around, and I found a lot of people their computers was their Microsoft based operating computers were just doing updates, and the updates were destroying people's computers and shit. So a lot of people thought it was on purpose to get them to go out and buy a new one, so they weren't holding on to the
yeah.
same thing for so long.
Also, when it comes to operating systems, you can reinstall them yourself. even though, but most people go out to the nearest high chain shop or high street chain and buy a machine with an operating system with all the software they need or want already installed, and will never do anything more than what is provided.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm. It's just more of a cultural thing more than a technical thing. Mm.
Yeah, in a certain sense, yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Thank you for that. I wanted to mute so that you didn't hear the squeaking door.
Oh, I like the squeaky door. I think that's one of your trademarks, Roger.
I'm thinking about doing it at the beginning of each video, the squeaking door. And then actually I could start a stream up and call it the squeaking door, to be honest. That could be a trademark, like you said.
I think it's a trademark because it's something we always hear, you know, when you're coming in and going. It's how we know you're coming and going.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of. Did you guys ever used to watch a painter called Bob Ross?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, Bob.
I
Ross.
don't know if you guys over in England knew who he was or not, but over here in the States.
Sort of, it would be the comedian. There was a Wolf Harris, the comedian that was charged with paedophilia many years later. Was our equivalent of Bob Ross.
Oh, okay. Now the Bob Ross, he had a thing he called happy mistakes. Like he'd be in the middle of doing painting, he'd fuck something up real bad, but he'd be like, "Oh, well, this is a happy mistake, so I'm going to make this a part of the painting somehow." And it's something he didn't intend that was a mistake. It actually would be kind of like Roger's squeaky door was a happy mistake. It wasn't supposed to be in a stream.
That was just horrible to hear. Thanks. I like that. I'm like, now I'm Bob Ross's happy mistake.
Well, no, that's not what. No, I said you never intended for the squeaky door wasn't supposed to be in your streams. Yeah, but it's becoming a trademark because everybody knows you're. So it's kind of like the happy mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've gotten tons of comments on that. Trust me. Like even what's his name? Oh gosh, I can't believe I forgot his name. It was oh god, he's on mine's chat. I keep always trying to say, do better.
Okay, yeah, Chris.
Yeah. He's always mentioning that squeaky door. Like, it drives him nuts because he'll be sitting on here and he'll hear my squeaky door and he goes, "Man, you know, oil doesn't cost very much." And I'm like, "Shit, dude, I put so much oil on that door and it still is not going to give it." Because this is an old coal mining house, you know what I mean? And if you've ever lived in a coal mining house, they're not like the best built houses.
Actually, the first place that I moved to after leaving my parents was a something like a 17th century weaver's house.
Wow.
Extremely poorly maintained.
Now I'm gonna go get that smoke break before your mom comes back. Cause I know once she gets back, we're gonna end up being all full into it. So I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. All hell's gonna break. All hell's gonna break loose.
We'll never be able to get off the stream once she starts hearing the conversation. She's a troublemaker.
Oh, it's gonna blow her. Yeah. There's all kinds of directions she can go with anything I'm saying at any given time, so you never know where that's going to lead.
Yeah. Last time we did this. Yeah, I'll go ahead.
She started off just doing interviews with old John when he got back, you know, doing the Wonderful World of Weirdness and stuff, and now look where we're at. She's got her own damn series.
That's a point. I haven't heard anything from old John in a couple of weeks, no?
Yeah, he's
Not-
having to watch his son. His son has special needs,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Remember
he
you
had to
saying.
stay home from school, so he's been out of school for a good month or so, month and a half.
Yeah, his son. I guess his son started refusing to go to school or something. So he's back home for now, and John's pretty busy with that because John was wanting to interview me. I was available for it, but at the time I was going to be available, he said it was real awkward because of his son. He was able to do it by himself, but so I guess he's left. Near that door.
Yes, indeed, indeed.
And tell you what your trademark is, Mark. Are you there?
Yeah.
Tell you what your trademark is those cigarettes, man.
I know.
Sitting there.
It was I think it was Jaffe, from Pirates Network Radio. Me and him was talking about and he says I smoke far too much. And I've got to agree with him, that's right. It's one of those things that keep me sane.
Oh yeah. So you're dealing with a lot of stress and stuff in your job, so and your
Yeah. It can be quite stressful sometimes.
Yeah, that's dealing with technology sometimes can be an awful lot. So.
Technology and end users.
Your customer. You probably have to deal with some crazy people and shit.
Yeah.
But I think that's become your trademark. That's one of the things I love about having you on the shows and stuff is, just because you sit there and you light up, man. You get on the show, first thing you do is you light up a cigarette, and as we're sitting there, you light up and you just listen to us and take your puffs and.
Fun enough, I've just got another something like a month's worth of cold. Throughout that period, I noticed I was smoking very little.
You a lot less sick. I'm glad you're starting to feel it.
Yeah, I've been feeling a lot better since, I don't know, mid this week actually. But it's been over a month.
Yeah, there's been a cold going around over here in the States too. It's kind of like you get sick with it, and they're sick about a month with a real bad cough and congestion. And at least lately, it's been going around. Mom had it, my wife had it. I'm hoping I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know if you believe some of the sort of more interesting YouTube channels, long COVID.
Yeah,
if you believe that. Yeah. Again, I'm quite skeptical on that one.
Of long COVID?
Yeah.
You're skeptical. Oh, you're skeptical of it. Yeah, I don't know. I heard something the other day. Actually, it was from a British newspaper I read sometimes called The Telegraph. I don't know if you've heard of it. They were saying, I guess health officials apparently came out and said long COVID doesn't even exist or some shit. I don't know. Who knows? There's so much going on. Now here Roger comes. Hey Roger, can you hear us?